What's up everyone, I'm Danny the Dinosaur Drawer, and today I'm going to be showing you all how to draw a T-Rex wearing a face mask because of the coronavirus pandemic. And yeah, the equipment we're going to be using today is a mechanical pencil, or any pencil really, an eraser, and a pen, because we're going to do like a pen stage later on in the video. But yeah, if you're watching this video, the drawing turned out great, but at this point I have no idea what this drawing is going to look like. I don't even know how a T-Rex would wear a mask, but yeah, that's why we're going to figure it out. With that being said, let's start off with an outline. So we're going to start off using our pencils, of course, because you can erase that. And I would recommend for this stage to draw very lightly with your pencil. So this T-Rex is going to be sort of in cartoon form, because he's wearing a mask. You know, a real T-Rex would never wear a mask. But yeah, we're going to make him look a little bit more like a cartoon character. So draw a circle there to represent the head. And then we're going to have a short neck. And this T-Rex is sort of going to be more leaning back on its hind legs than normal. So its head's going to be much higher than its body. And we're going to have the tail sticking off to the side there. We're going to have its miniature arms. Have its back legs, which will also be shrunk, but you want to make its feet rather large, because in cartoons, like hands and feet are usually really big, along with eyes and heads. And like something like the tail would be quite short in cartoon form. And I'm sort of basing this T-Rex off of T-Rexes I've drawn using like Beanie Draw's tutorial and stuff like that. So if it ends up looking a little bit like one of Beanie Draw's T-Rexes, you know why. It's because I watch a lot of Beanie Draws. Alright, so this outline looks pretty good. I sort of want to make the head a tiny bit bigger. We want the jaws to be closed though, so it doesn't like rip the mask. The mask will be right about here. I'll have the eye. I think the body needs a little bit more meat to it, so let's make it a little fatter. But yeah, our outline looks pretty good. It's obviously going to look a lot better later on. But yeah, let's move on to the next stage. What I think we're going to have to do is draw the T-Rex's face first, and then put the mask on later, just so we get everything right. Just put in that brow ridge, which is very defined. On both sides. We're going to put in the nostril, I guess, but it's going to be covered by the mask. I have a slight curve in the jaw. And I want to have the jaw closed, as I said. Let's put in a nice large eye, like so. Put a little bit of a cavity there, and then we'll have a few teeth poking out. So now is where we're going to put the mask on. I sort of want the mask to be covering the nostril, so we're going to have it pretty high up there. And then we want a few teeth showing, so let's have the mask end right about there. And here's the part that I was trying to figure out earlier when I was doing a practice sketch. I'm like, I think we should have one cord going back like so, another one going back here. But then that really wouldn't like hold it, so I thought maybe just do like an extra one right here. But that's totally like, it's not completely necessary, so if you don't want to do it, it's fine. But I'm just thinking that's like the only way it would hold on, because it's got like a reptilian ear. At least that's what scientists think. I've never seen people draw dinosaurs with like ears poking out. But who knows, maybe they did have ears, like, or sticking out like an elephant. But yeah, that was pretty cute, so I'm pretty satisfied with our rough sketch. Of course, it's going to look much better once we do it in pen. So let's finish up the neck. Now, the arms are going to be quite small, but then I want to make the fingers and claws unrealistically large. So you have one arm there, put the forearm in, then we're going to have the large fingers. And of course we'll have scales on top of those. We can add a lot of things later on once we're using our pens. I'm gonna have this hand lifted up a little higher, like so. Let's move on to the body, which now I've decided to actually trim down a tiny bit. And I made a very sloppy outline, so that's why I'm erasing so much. Yeah, you want to have the back. You want to have the back slightly arched. Then have like another little slope there for where the pelvis would be. Now let's put in the thigh, the knee, and here's where we're going to have those ginormous dinosaur feet. So each toe is going to be very large and have an equally large claw on the end. So I want to have this foot like completely splayed out. Dinosaur legs and feet have always been a challenge for me. I don't know why, they look too much like human legs every time I draw them, which is kind of annoying. But this one looks pretty good. Maybe I should have this toe, maybe I should bring this toe over a little bit. So yeah, play around with your dinosaur feet until you get it right. That's what I end up doing a lot of times. I almost never get it correct on the first go. This looks pretty good, but it's not set in pen yet, so it's not completely finalized. So let's put in the next leg. This one I hope is going to be a little bit easier. Because we got an easier angle. So our legs are pretty much complete, and our tail looks fantastic already, so we really don't have to add too much to it. And yeah, I think our pencil stage is finished. Let's get out our pens and get ready to put in more detail and refinement. So for this tutorial, I'm going to be using my Arteza pens. This is a 0.4 felt tipped pen, and yeah, it works great. So let's start off with the head again. So let's put in our face mask. And remember, we're going to have to erase the area inside, so be sure not to trace the jawline there or the nostril. And I don't want to make the mask too complicated. I mean, you can put a few like wrinkles to make it look like it's stretched out a bit, and maybe just like a little edge on the top. Then you'll have the two little strings. One thing I'm very bad at drawing is straight lines. I find them very difficult. I sort of want to bring the brow ridge up a little bit. So this is one of the things I really love about doing drawings with pen, is that it gives you like a second chance. You can like change things around. But yeah, definitely start off with pencil first when you're going to do a pen drawing. Alright, so we're going to have the large eye. We're going to have the pupil, but be sure to leave a little white spot to make it look shiny. We're going to have this cavity. I don't want to make the cavity too shaded in, because then people will call it shrink wrapped. But I do like to add a little bit of shading there, and possibly a little shading under the brow ridge here. Maybe add a few wrinkles. Alright, so let's add in the jawline there, and a few T-Rex teeth. Again, it's a cartoon, so we don't have to be too conservative with everything. You can exaggerate certain features. Make the scales like extra big. And yeah, for this drawing, unlike what we did yesterday, which was the Ankylosaurus head, space the scales out, and you really don't have to scale every little square centimeter of the drawing. But yeah, that looks pretty cute. I like it. Alright, let's head on to the neck. And I think I'm just going to leave my mask like that. I don't really want to put an extra line. I mean, it looks fine. I want it to look like one of those regular masks you see people wearing now, like at the grocery store or whatever. Okay, so let's add in this vein and a few wrinkles on the neck here. Maybe make it a little bit darker underneath the vein. I'm going to put in its little arms. And for each of these fingers, we will add some scales. There we go. And for this arm, I'll add a little bit of shading here. And maybe we can add a little bit of shading right under the bottom jaw. Looking good. Okay, so let's add some curved lines here. Just to give the neck some more shape. Maybe shade each individual section a bit. Alright, I don't want to spend too much time on the neck there. Let's add in a bit of the shoulder blade, but not too much, because we don't want to be drawing a shrink-wrapped T-Rex. Okay, so let's add some more little lines, little segments here. I'm going to continue this vein along the stomach. It's going to go right to where the thigh is. Let's draw some little contours here to show the roundness of the belly. This T-Rex has definitely had a few snacks. Looks healthy enough. Must have had a Triceratops for dinner last night or something. So again, I'm just spreading out a few scales here and there. I have a hard time making them look like scales though, because they end up looking like bubbles, you know? So maybe we need to change the shapes up a bit. Okay, so let's draw the underside of the belly, which is going to have long lines like so. It's obviously going to be a little bit darker because it's on the underside of the body. So let's do some lines of hatching. Very cool, very cool. Alright, so I think we'll do this leg first, like we did this one first in the pencil stage, but for the pen stage I think I want to do this one. Then we'll work up to the harder leg there. So be sure to color in each claw, but not totally. You want to leave a little bit of a white line there to make it look shiny, similar to what we did with the eye. And then, just like we did with the fingers, we're going to add a bunch of scales on top. Let's continue those up a bit onto the leg. Put a few little wrinkles in for the knee. And then again, this area is going to be nice and shaded in. You want to give it a little bit of contrast. And put like one line there to show the calf muscle. Okay, so that leg is complete. Let's move on to the next one. So make sure the thigh is nice and thick, because that was the muscle that really carried the T-Rex. Its back legs. So they had to be quite large to sustain the 6 to 7 tons of body weight. So let's show some definition in these quads. And yeah, put in the line for the hip up here. Okay, so let's take this part a little bit slower because I'm a little bit nervous. I might shorten that toe a tiny bit. And I hope your guys' claw does not look like this one, because that one looks a little bit messed up. I want to curve it down a bit more. Look more like a eagle's claw or talon. Yeah, I guess eagles don't have claws, they have talons. And that would hurt a lot, getting grabbed by an eagle. Those talons are super sharp, and very curved and long, just like the Indominus Rex's claws. That was the Indominus Rex's biggest weapon in the fight with the T-Rex, was definitely its claws. Because when it comes to like jaws, the T-Rex probably can match the Indominus Rex, but not when it comes to those talons. Okay, so I'm just going to sprinkle a few more scales here and there. And we're almost done. Just finish up our tail. I was like searching T-Rex with mask, like drawing. I really couldn't find any, so I might be one of the first, or one of the few at least, is doing a coronavirus T-Rex. Let's add a few lines here. Alright, so be sure to let your ink rest a little bit before you go in and erase all the pencil marks. Or if you want, just leave the pencil marks there, it looks fine. It almost gives it like a double layer look, which is kind of cool. So I'm going to sign my name. This is crazy, this is the third YouTube video I've done in 3 days, so it's been like Yeah, three videos in a row. It's pretty cool. I was drawing a lot of other stuff before. I was drawing lots of cards, and I'm working on a secret project related to Assassin's Creed Valhalla, which is taking up a lot of my time as well. And you guys will see that in about a month, probably, if I can get it finished up. But yeah, got secret Assassin's Creed Valhalla project coming up, and just so you guys know, it requires a lot of drawing. So if you guys have enjoyed this video, be sure to leave it a like, comment below what you'd like to see next on this channel, and as I said yesterday, please go check out my vlog channel. It's called Danny Adventure Vlogs, and subscribe if you are interested in following along with my life. And with that being said, I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks so much for watching.